Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 Fall Equinox reading for you. Now, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be your Spring Equinox. Now, before we begin this reading, I ask that if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of here, Taurus, during this fall equinox. And again, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, the spring equinox. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we have the Seven of Cups. That's very interesting. So what Spirit is saying here is that dreams are going to be a very powerful thing. It's going to be the couldas, the shouldas, the wouldas, the what ifs that are going to be very prevalent during this time of transition and growth. Now, for the fall equinox, this is a time of growth and expansion. In the spring equinox, remember, if we're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is a time of release and renewal. So we can have a hard time releasing. We can also have a hard time growing because we're stuck in the past. We're stuck looking at things and thinking of the way things should have been, or how things should have worked out, or how things should have moved forward. And we're not going to be seeing the gifts that are before us right now, or what needs to be looked at right now. And that can be kind of detrimental to us as we're growing, as we're stepping into our roles, because it's almost as if we're letting the present slip by us and we're just focusing on the past, or we're focusing on hurts and pains and disappointments that we've been through, and that becomes very overpowering. Now let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we're crowned with the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Wands. The repeat of the number 2 is really letting it be known that, like, no man is an island, right? You cannot do what you want to do, what you're setting out to accomplish by yourself. There is a level of nostalgia here coming forward, but there's also a level of growth. There's going to be a level of looking back, and instead of thinking, oh wow, it really was better once upon a time, there's going to be the sense of, look how far I have come, look how much I have grown, look at who I have become. And we can have some regrets along the way, as most people do, but they're not going to really be here to weigh us down. It's going to be a sense of, look at how far I've made it. Look at what I have walked through and what I have come out the other side of. Now, we're going to be overthinking things. Taurus, we tend to do this anyway. Overthink, overanalyze, want to make sure that we make the very best decision. So really root ourselves deep down. But here, there's going to be two separate voices that are really pulling at us, two separate ways that we really kind of are moving forward or are doubting things. But there is this real sense of, I need to listen to me, not just the way I thought things were supposed to be, or the way that I thought things were supposed to move forward for somebody else. There is a door that is opening to us. There's a way that we are going to be moving forward that is really quite surprising. It's almost like, wow, I didn't quite expect this. Now, with this equinox being of growth, and expansion, and also of release and renewal, we're going to find that there is a sense for those of us who, with the fall equinox, when it's growth and expansion, we're going to be really looking at how far we have grown, how much we have grown. And that's going to be in the direct, equation to what we love, what we desire, what's important to our hearts and ourselves. We can even be much more aware of our hearts, our emotions, our love, our passion, our desire, but also our time here on this earth because of it. Now we have the Knight of Cups coming through, which is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you have water sign energy within your chart or water sign energies within your life, they're going to be playing more of a prevalent role during this time, even if it's just a sense that you really admire the way that they love or the way that they express themselves. Now, for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, when it is about release and renewal, we're going to be seeing here that it's a little bit harder. Now, I know I'm jumping back between the fall and the spring equinox for the North and Southern Hemisphere, and I hope it's not confusing for anyone. But with the Southern Hemisphere here, it's almost like I get caught in my thoughts. I get caught in wanting to make everything right. Now, with the fall equinox, with those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, there's a sense of, I don't know if I'm growing the right way. We're both going to be second guessing ourselves. It's going to come out in a little different ways, because one is going to be stopping us from renewing, from, changing and moving forward in that way. And the other is going to be stopping us from growing, which, I'm really seeing it as pretty much the same thing here. So just be mindful of this with the Two of Swords. We're going to overthink. We're going to overanalyze. It really doesn't matter where we are. Taurus, this is going to be how this equinox hits us, where we are going to have either one person's sets of ways of seeing things or one person's ideas, and we're going to have our own. We're going to have the way that we think we should be moving forward and the way that we need to move forward for ourselves. We can have what we want to do and what we need to do. Again, guiding us in two different ways. But there's also a sense that we thought it was all written very much black and white page, black print. This is the way that it needed to be. We're going to be surprised that it's not quite that. It's not quite what we expected. And everything isn't set in stone. So Taurus, if you take one thing away from this reading, take that. Nothing is set in stone. It's not set in stone. You're not stuck. And that's going to be very important. You're growing. You're growing in a profound way. This is going to be a time with this equinox of seeing our growth, our renewal, our determination forward, our sense of, look how far I've come. And it can even be over the last couple of months, last couple of years. It's like, look at how different my life is, for better or for worse, because we all have our ups and downs, and we all have our intensities of emotions. So here with the Six of Cups, know the growth that is with you. Know the power that is moving you forward. Know that you are a heck of a lot stronger, Taurus, and you've been through a heck of a lot more than you could have imagined. And it's opening up doors to you. The world is opening up in a way that you hadn't expected, and you didn't really think of expecting. And as that door opens, you need to move forward during this equinox, during this time with your heart. You need to move forward and say, what do I love? And what do I want? And what do I need? And what do I have passion for? And how does that lead me forward? And how does that guide me? And how does that express me? And how does that, let me embrace what I want from my life? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, it's the Eight of Wands. Things are going to be moving very quickly, and things have been moving very quickly. Subconsciously, we can just want it to stop, We just want things to calm down. We can just want things to become more centered, more stabilized. This is going to be a time of change. This is going to be a time of seeing how we evolve. And so we want things to slow down, and yet subconsciously we know that it's all about the change. It's all about the progression forward. It's all about the empowerment of where we want to be for ourselves. So just know that we can kind of get tangled up in that. In one sense, wanting to just ignore it, the Seven of Cups, wanting to stay in a fantasy world, wanting to stay, disconnected. And the other part of us subconsciously knowing that it's all moving so fast. So either I join in or I get left behind. And that's how we feel at times. That's how we feel as we're drifting off to sleep at night. Our subconscious tarot energy is the Seven of Cups. Subconsciously, we're having choices to make. We're embracing what we love and what we want and our passion forward. We're looking at things in a very different way than we have before. We're making choices that impact our dreams, and we're making choices impacted by our dreams and our desires. And so that's going to be very big for us. Listen to your intuition, Taurus. It's going to be a guiding factor for you. And listen to the quality of things. Not what people are saying, not, what people want you to be looking at, but the quality of it for your soul, for your happiness, for your love, for your passion, for what you desire. It'll have everything stand apart. It will have you stand apart from the whole entire crowd, not only for this equinox, but for the rest of the year and even into the next year. Listening to your heart and letting that passion guide you forward will be an extraordinary blessing for you. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this equinox and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may you have a blessed equinox.